I killed her brother.
Where she gone?
I shot him and, chop him dead.
Alright guys, this right here, the story of the infamous naked commando of Liberia and his journey to redemption is hands down the wildest story you'll hear this week.
You have to forgive me, man. I am a man.
At the tender age of 11, Joshua Milton Bly, the main villain of today's story, allegedly performed his first human sacrifice. While most kids that age were worried about mass homework or playing hide and seek, young Bly was knee-deep in a 3-day-long ritual, one that, according to him, ended with a face-to-face encounter with the devil himself. The devil, never being one to miss a recruitment opportunity, made him a deal. You will grow into a great warrior, he promised, but only if you keep sacrificing humans, as well as becoming a cannibal. And just like that, we have the origin story of one of the most terrifying and downright bizarre warlords in African history. This is the story of a boy who became a priest at age 11, a high priest by 14, and by age 22 was leading a group of naked, dragged-up child soldiers into war. No armor, no uniforms, just boots and butt cheeks. They called him General Butt Naked, leader of the infamous Butt Naked Brigade, also known as the Naked Commandos. Bly said his journey started at age 7, when his father handed him over to clan elders to be trained as a priest. In many parts of Africa, especially in rural communities, it is not unheard of for children to be initiated into priesthood. I've personally seen it happen in Ghana many times. But Bly's path was extreme, even by traditional standards. His main job as a child priest was acting as a spiritual seer to help his clan select human sacrifices. According to his own accounts, his childhood was a violent cocktail of trauma, black magic, and deep indoctrination. A perfect storm that set him up for the madness to come. By 14, he claimed to be the spiritual advisor to Liberian President Samuel Doe, the very president who had seized power in a bloody coup. Bly rose through the spiritual ranks until he was crowned high priest in his clan. And when Doe was eventually killed, the prophecy the devil whispered in his ears all those years ago kicked in. War broke out, the first Liberian Civil War, and the priest became a warlord. General Butt Naked formed his own militia unit, consisting mostly of child soldiers, some as young as 9 or 10. Maybe this was the devil's endgame all along, using Bly to ruin even more children's lives. The Civil War saw the rise of many warlords, some adopting the most outlandish names you could ever think of. There was General Chuck Norris, there was a 1-foot devil, there was General Mosquito, and he had a nemesis, General Mosquito Spray. You can't make this up. Liberia had the most unhinged lineup of mad warriors of any war in modern history. Under General Butt Naked's command, the Naked Brigade committed some of the most unspeakable atrocities. We are talking about mass murder, cannibalism, rape, you name it. Again, this brigade was mostly constituted of children. Bly claimed to have killed up to 20,000 people. Most experts say that number is likely far less, but still in the thousands. His soldiers believed they were spiritually bulletproof. Why? Because Bly, a master in traditional spiritual warfare, had them convinced their nakedness unlocked all magical protection.
Colors can chop him, nerve-proof, gun-proof, everything. Nothing can enter his skin.
Kind of like divine armor. I don't know the first thing about warfare, but getting killed by a naked man has to be one of the worst ways to die. I mean, who wants the last thing they see before they cross to the great beyond? To be a naked, giant, gorilla-looking warlord staring down at them with an AK-47 in one hand, while his meat and potatoes dangle like a swinging pendulum in the open streets. That's like dying twice, man. One eyewitness recalls seeing Bly standing on a track, stark naked, firing into his enemies with an AK-47 on one hand, while holding a man's severed genitals on the other.
We saw him here, not on camera. We saw him on the ground. We saw him walking, killing people. We saw him naked.
You ever seen a warrior before? An African warrior. You ever seen him before? All right, he's a warrior. Yeah, he's a warrior. Yeah, he's a great general that live forever.
Sounds like a scene from a horror movie. This guy was a madman.
I was naked and they are shooting me and nothing was happening. Get them!
It was not just psychological, it was the means of displaying my power. When I'm naked, I disappear faster. When I'm naked, I activate my spiritual powers faster than when I had on clothes. So that was why I was naked.
Then in 1966, just as the war was winding down and Blai's faction was losing, he claims to have had another spiritual encounter. He had just performed a child sacrifice and was making offerings to his gods when, plot twist, Jesus Christ shows up. He showed up a bit late for the child who was just sacrificed. Christ isn't exactly known for his bad timing, but hey, this guy had both Jesus and the devil personally taking time out to visit him. Not even the Pope has had that privilege. So apparently Jesus told him, turn your life around or die. And so the man who once ripped people apart in ritual sacrifices said, okay Lord, I'm yours now. So General Bat Naked dropped the AK-47, he put on some clothes and became a preacher.
Wounded God is able.
When people first spotted him doing that, I personally thought it was a joke.
Wave your hands. Come on, raise your hands, people.
He fled to Ghana for safe haven, later returning to Liberia to seek forgiveness from his victims. In one scene, he's telling a woman whose brother he murdered, I am now your brother.
I'm sorry, man. I beg you. Forgive me. No, don't just go like that. I beg you. I beg you, Satan. I kill your brother out of madness. But please, I will be able to play the brother for you. I'm not be able to do everything that your brother can do. But I will stand there whenever you need a brotherly counsel. Whenever you need a brotherly protection, try to call on me. I beg you, please.
I doubt this is the type of closure the family was looking for. In another moment, he visits a man whose legs he personally shot and left to rot. He started the conversation with, how are you?
He shot my legs, yeah. Then from that, he put me in the bathroom, for 1 week without no treatment from that. After the 1 week, some people could come to my rescue, and take me to Soko Sago Hospital. Yeah, but at that time, my leg was already damaged. I just my sister, I got amputated.
How are you, man? You have to forgive me, man. I am a man.
You have to forgive me. Like, seriously, you can literally see the look of disbelief on the victim's face. Like he's wondering, do I have a choice? This is possibly the most awkward forced forgiveness story ever captured on film. So the big question is, after all those war crimes, why is this man still walking free? Because he repented. And under Liberia's post-war reconciliation program, many former warlords were granted de facto amnesty in exchange for truth-telling and public confessions. And Joshua Milton Blai confessed everything. I think he's the only warlord who stepped forward. There were also fears that some former warlords could restart the conflict if they were dragged to court. And so the country chose peace over justice. He now preaches in Liberia, he runs a ministry, and works with former child soldiers. He says he's trying to right his wrongs, one apology at a time. One scary apology at a time. But for many people, especially the victims, no amount of redemption can erase what was done. So General Bat Naked may have found Jesus, but the scars he left behind, those are permanent.
Bat Naked is a bad man, yeah? Bad man. Kill. Slaughter women, do other things, slaughter baby, do other bad things.
Blai and others that fought should be penalized for what they did. Blai had to face what he did.